Jainism originated in ancient India, with roots tracing back to the Indus Valley civilization. Rishabhanatha is revered as the first Tirthankara, marking the beginning of the Jain tradition. The Indus Valley civilization provides the historical backdrop for the emergence of Jainism. The Tirthankaras are central figures in Jainism, serving as spiritual guides and teachers. Ancient Indian society and culture influenced the development and spread of Jain philosophy. Jainism's origins are deeply intertwined with the socio-cultural landscape of ancient India. Jain philosophy fundamentally revolves around the soul, jiva, and its path to liberation, moksha. Karma, in Jainism, is understood as a subtle matter that adheres to the soul. The accumulation of karma influences the soul's future lives and experiences. Liberation, moksha, is achieved when the soul is completely free from all karmic attachments. The Jain concept of karma is a continuous cycle affecting the soul's progression towards spiritual freedom. Ahimsa, or non-violence, is the most fundamental principle of Jainism. Ahimsa extends to all living beings, including animals, plants, and even microscopic organisms. This principle guides all actions and decisions within the Jain faith. Jainism emphasizes the interconnectedness and interdependence of all life forms. The practice of ahimsa involves minimizing harm to all living beings in thought, word, and deed. Adhering to ahimsa promotes inner peace, compassion, and respect for all life. Anekantavada, the principle of non-absolutism, posits that truth and reality are complex and multifaceted. This philosophical viewpoint suggests that no single perspective can fully capture the complete truth. Anekantavada promotes tolerance and understanding by acknowledging the validity of diverse viewpoints. By embracing multiple perspectives, Anekantavada fosters a more comprehensive and nuanced understanding of reality. Aparigraha, or non-attachment, involves minimizing possessions and limiting desires. Practicing aparigraha reduces the accumulation of karma. Non-attachment fosters inner peace and contentment. By limiting desires, one cultivates a state of mental clarity and emotional stability. In Jainism, karma is viewed as a material substance that adheres to the soul. This karmic substance influences the soul's future rebirths and experiences. Actions, thoughts, and intentions are the generators of karma. Karma can be either beneficial or detrimental, leading to positive or negative consequences. The accumulation of karma affects the soul's journey through cycles of reincarnation. Right faith, samyak darshan, right knowledge, samyak gyan, and right conduct, samyak charitra, are the three jewels. The three jewels collectively form the path to spiritual liberation. These jewels guide individuals towards spiritual purification and enlightenment. Adherence to the three jewels leads to a state of inner peace and ultimate freedom. Jain monks and nuns lead an ascetic life, relinquishing material possessions and embracing rigorous self-discipline. The core principle of their practice involves minimizing harm to all living beings. They adhere to the 5 great vows, Mahavratas, as fundamental guidelines for spiritual purity. Non-violence, Ahimsa, is the foremost vow, emphasizing compassion and abstaining from causing harm to any living creature. Truthfulness, Satya, requires honesty and integrity in thought, word, and deed. Renunciation of worldly possessions is essential for detaching from material desires and achieving inner peace. The 5 Mahavratas are fundamental vows in monastic discipline. Ahimsa, the first vow, emphasizes non-violence in thought, word, and deed. Satya, the second vow, promotes truthfulness and honesty in all interactions. Asteya, the third vow, prohibits stealing or taking anything that is not freely given. Brahmacharya, the fourth vow, advocates celibacy or responsible sexual conduct. Aparigraha, the fifth vow, encourages non-attachment to material possessions and worldly desires. Jain laypersons support the monastic community, Lay Jains strive to live according to Jain principles in their daily lives. They observe the 12 vows, anuvratas, to reduce harm. The anuvratas are observed to cultivate virtue. The 12 vows are designed to minimize harm in daily activities. The 12 anuvratas consist of vows designed to integrate Jain ethics into daily life for laypersons. These vows are categorized into 5 minor vows, anuvratas, focusing on fundamental ethical conduct. 3 gunavratas aim to enhance the quality and scope of the anuvratas through self-discipline. 4 sikshavratas are supplementary vows that promote spiritual development and guide long-term ethical practice. By observing these vows, laypersons can systematically cultivate ethical behavior and spiritual growth. The Jain diet is a strictly vegetarian diet that avoids harming living beings. The core principle of the Jain diet is non-violence, extending to all living organisms. Many Jains avoid root vegetables to minimize harm to plants. The Jain diet emphasizes a compassionate and sustainable approach to food consumption. By avoiding certain foods, the Jain diet aims to reduce the impact on the environment and promote ethical eating. Jain temples enshrine idols of the Tirthankaras, serving as focal points for worship and meditation. These temples function as places of spiritual practice, fostering contemplation and inner peace. The architecture and art within Jain temples reflect Jain cosmological beliefs. Jain temple designs embody ethical principles, promoting nonviolence and spiritual purity. The Jain agamas are the scriptures containing the teachings of the Tirthankaras. These scriptures offer guidance on Jain philosophy, ethics, and spiritual practice. The agamas serve as a foundational guide for followers of Jainism. The teachings within the agamas provide a comprehensive framework for understanding Jain Dharma. Jain festivals commemorate significant events in Jain history. Mahavir Jayanti celebrates the birth of Lord Mahavira, the 24th Tirthankara. Paryushan Parva is an 8-day festival focused on spiritual reflection and self-discipline. These festivals provide opportunities for Jains to renew their commitment to Jain principles. Spiritual reflection during festivals involves introspection and self-assessment. Festivals promote spiritual renewal through practices like fasting, prayer, and scripture reading. Jainism is practiced globally, emphasizing peace, non-violence, and environmental stewardship. The core principles of Jainism offer insights for addressing contemporary global challenges. Promoting peace is a central tenet of Jainism, advocating for non-aggression and conflict resolution. Non-violence, or Ahimsa, is a fundamental principle in Jainism, extending to all living beings. Environmental stewardship is integral to Jainism, promoting sustainable living and respect for nature.